Welcome to Canada, a land of mind-bending mysteries, raw nature, and absolute, unapologetic scale. This place doesn't just play by different rules. It rewrites them entirely. Did you know this single country holds over 2 million shimmering crystalline lakes? Yes, that is more than the rest of the world combined. It is a massive freshwater paradise that defies comprehension. But the deeper you go into this wild northern expanse, the weirder it gets. And finally, a sweet, savory culinary mystery that has sparked global warfare at the dinner table: Hawaiian pizza. With its warm, caramelized pineapple and salty ham, was not born on some tropical beach. No, it was actually invented right here in Chatham, Ontario, back in 1962 by a Greek-Canadian chef. Our epic Canadian expedition starts right now. Our tires crunch over the fresh, hard-packed snow as we pull into our first major destination, Ottawa. This is not just Canada's political beating heart. It is a city of radical, mind-blowing transformations. Step out of the car, and you are instantly hit by it. A biting, crystalline cold that steals the breath straight from your lungs. In the depths of January and February, temperatures here can plummet to a bone-chilling minus 40 degrees. At this extreme, the air doesn't just feel cold, it feels alive, buzzing, freezing the moisture on your eyelashes in seconds. Yet, rising majestically out of the swirling winter mist is an architectural masterpiece that looks like it was plucked straight from a Victorian Gothic fantasy. This is Parliament Hill. Look up at the soaring Peace Tower, cutting through the frosty sky. The contrast is absolutely breathtaking. Delicate, intricate stone spires standing proud against the raw, unyielding power of one of the coldest capitals on the planet. You can hear the distant, deep chime of the bells echoing across the frozen Ottawa River, a natural boundary of water that splits Ontario and Quebec, perfectly reflecting the bilingual soul of this nation. But to truly understand how Ottawa embraces the deep freeze, we have to head down to the water. Beneath our feet lies the historic Rideau Canal, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a true triumph of 19th century engineering. Originally built after the War of 1812 as a military supply route, winter completely reimagines this legendary waterway. It transforms into the world's largest naturally frozen skating rink. Picture an icy highway stretching nearly 8 kilometers right through the heart of the capital. We lace up our skates, step onto the thick, glassy surface, and slide into a stream of locals gliding to work, scarves trailing behind them. The sensory overload here is magical. The scrape of metal blades on black ice. The sound of laughter echoing under historic stone bridges. And that unmistakable sweet scent drifting through the crisp air. Follow your nose to one of the cozy wooden huts resting on the ice. You cannot leave Ottawa without trying a legendary beaver tail, a hot, hand-stretched pastry fried to golden perfection and topped with cinnamon, sugar, and a squeeze of fresh lemon. It is warm, sweet, utterly decadent, and the ultimate fuel to keep the frostbite at bay. Just a short skate away, we glide off the canal and wander into the historic brick alleyways of the ByWard market. Founded back in 1826, this is Ottawa's oldest and most vibrant neighborhood. Even in the dead of winter, the energy here is contagious. The rich aroma of roasting coffee, local maple syrup, and wood-fired stews wafts from the market halls. You can feel the history etched into the cobblestones as you duck into a cozy, dimly lit tavern to warm your hands by a roaring hearth and clink glasses with the incredibly welcoming locals. Ottawa doesn't just survive the winter, it celebrates it with a passion that is utterly infectious. But my friends, our journey is only just warming up. Before we plunge into the great westward path, we must start at the absolute beginning, where the continent first meets the Atlantic dawn. We boarded a domestic flight, chasing the morning light all the way to the absolute edge of the continent. Welcome to St. John's, Newfoundland, the oldest city in North America. And a place so wonderfully unique, it runs on its own time zone, a quirky 30 minutes ahead of Atlantic Standard Time. Stepping out, you instantly feel the raw power of the ocean. The air is thick, salty, and crisp. As we wind down to the harbor, the steep, plunging hills of the city come alive with a burst of pure joy. Jelly Bean Row. These iconic wooden homes are painted in an explosion of neon blues, fiery reds, and emerald greens. A brilliant, defying response to the thick ocean fog that rolls in from the sea. But to experience the true magic of the Far East, we have to wake up before the rest of the world. We drive out to Cape Spear, the easternmost point of North America. Standing on these rugged, wind-carved cliffs, you can hear the colossal Atlantic waves crashing violently against the rocks. Feel the freezing spray on your face, wrap your hands around a steaming mug of coffee, and watch as the very first sunrise on the continent paints the sky in shades of gold and deep violet. For a brief second, you're the first person on the continent to greet the new day. This is where our road trip begins, at the very edge of the world. We throw our gear into the back of our 4x4 and leave the brightly colored streets of St. John's behind. But as we reach the western coast, the earth beneath us completely transforms. Welcome to Gros Morne National Park. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, and quite literally, a living geological laboratory. Look around. The lush green forests suddenly vanish, replaced by an eerie, barren landscape that looks like the surface of Mars. These are the tablelands. Hundreds of millions of years ago, a colossal collision of continents tore the Earth open, forcing the planet's deep mantle up to the surface. What you are looking at is the actual underside of the Earth's crust, exposed to the open sky. But Gros Morne has one more mind-blowing secret waiting for us. We lace up our boots and hike through pristine, undulating peat bogs. We step onto a boat, gliding out onto the crystal-clear emerald waters of Western Brook Pond. This is not just a lake. It is a colossal, landlocked fjord, carved out by ancient glaciers. Look up. Sheer, ancient rock walls rise over 600 meters straight out of the water, nearly blocking out the sun. Standing on the deck, feeling the icy mist spray against your face, the sheer scale of it hits you. You feel absolutely microscopic, a tiny, breathing speck in the immensity of geological time. We prepare to leave this ancient sanctuary behind. We roll off the wild shores of Newfoundland and board the massive ocean ferry, watching the rugged cliffs fade into the damp mist. The cold Atlantic breeze stings your cheeks as we cross the open water. Welcome to Halifax. You can smell the salt in the air. A heady mix of ocean spray, pine, and centuries of history. But to truly feel the heartbeat of this city, we head down to the bustling waterfront boardwalk. It stretches for 4 kilometers, alive with the scent of fresh-cooked lobster, the laughter of locals, and the lively, foot-stomping strain of a maritime fiddle. Inside the Maritime Museum of the Atlantic, you can touch real, beautifully preserved wooden artifacts salvaged from the debris. A somber, deeply moving connection to those lost in the icy depths. Now, pack your camera, because we are heading to one of the most photographed sites in the world. Just a short drive away, the highway gives way to barren, wind-swept earth. This is Peggy's Cove. The Atlantic fog rolls in like a heavy curtain, and then it appears. An iconic lighthouse perched on massive, wave-polished granite boulders shaped by millions of years of erosion. Feel the freezing spray on your face. Listen to the deafening roar of the ocean as giant waves explode against the rocks. Stand right there. Feel the sheer, untamed power of the sea, and capture a memory that will stay with you forever. But as the ocean spray settles, a legendary engineering marvel beckons us across the water to an island painted in impossible shades of red and green. We climb back into our 4x4, leaving the windswept granite of Peggy's Cove behind. Our tires hum along the coastal highway, heading north toward a true marvel of modern engineering. Look ahead, stretching across the horizon. This is the Confederation Bridge, a breathtaking 13-kilometer ribbon of concrete arching majestically over the tumultuous, icy blue waters of the Northumberland Strait. As we drive across, feel the steady, hypnotic rhythm of the expansion joints. Watch the sea spray dance against the glass, and feel that thrilling sensation of floating between sky and ocean. On the other side, we step into a different world. Welcome to Prince Edward Island. But don't let its size fool you. This place hides an immense heart. My friends, have you ever wondered what it would feel like to live inside a watercolor painting? Because that is Prince Edward Island. It is a stunning, living canvas, a brushstroke of emerald green surrounded by the deep, infinite blue of the Atlantic. According to the legend of the Mi'kmaq First Nations, the god Glooskap painted the world's most beautiful places. And after dipping his brush in every single hue, he created this island as his masterpiece. Look at the earth beneath our boots. It is a striking, fiery red, rich in iron, contrasting wildly against the golden sands of the beaches and the soft green of the maple and birch woods. We navigate the quiet, winding country lanes, breathing in the sweet scent of warm, salty air and blooming lupines. Soon, the iconic green gables appear, the charming white and green farmhouse that inspired the whimsical world of Anne and captured the hearts of millions worldwide. Standing here, listening to the gentle rustle of the leaves, you instantly understand how this landscape sparked such timeless imagination. But the real magic of this island? It is the pace. A slow, gentle, almost forgotten rhythm of life. As the day ends, we pull over by a quiet fishing cove, watching the golden sunset drench the wooden docks and lonely lighthouses in a warm amber glow. It is pure, unadulterated peace. But pack your gear, leaving the crimson shores of Prince Edward Island behind, and head west toward the rugged heart of mainland Quebec. We roll our vehicle onto a rumbling ferry, crossing the vast, chilly waters of the St. Lawrence River. The crisp, salty breeze stings your face, as the morning mist clears to reveal a horizon of towering, dramatic peaks. Welcome to Charlevoix. We pull over in the historic town of La Malbaie, inhaling the comforting aroma of warm, artisanal sourdough and local cheeses from a cozy farm-to-table bistro while watching the powerful tide swell. But our journey pushes even deeper into the wild, where the mountains tear open to reveal the majestic Saguenay Fjord. Here, ancient glaciers carve deep, dramatic channels through the meteor-transformed rock. Towering cliffs rise hundreds of meters straight out of the water, casting dark, quiet shadows over the deep blue depths. And at the exact point where the fjord collides with the cold St. Lawrence River, lies Tadoussac. Smell the sharp, cold sea salt in the air, and listen closely. That deep, echoing sigh over the waves is a pod of endangered beluga whales, their ghostly white forms gliding silently through the dark water. These nutrient-rich depths are a legendary feeding ground, but our epic Canadian expedition is only getting started. We leave Tadoussac's quiet shores behind, sliding back behind the wheel for a breathtaking panoramic drive south. Suddenly, you cross a massive stone threshold, and it hits you. Welcome to Quebec City. The only fortified city north of Mexico. For over 4 centuries, nearly 5 kilometers of towering stone walls have stood guard over these cobblestone streets, earning this living museum its legendary UNESCO World Heritage status. Take a deep breath. Smell the sweet, rich aroma of freshly baked butter croissants and hot espresso drifting from cozy cafes. Listen to the melodic rhythm of French conversations floating through the air. We wander down into the lower town, slipping through the winding, romantic alleys of old Quebec until we reach Place Royale. This very cobblestone square is the historic cradle of French civilization in North America, founded by Samuel de Champlain back in 1608. To head back up, we skip the steep stairs and ride the historic funicular, gliding effortlessly up the steep cliffside to Upper Town. And there it is, dominating the skyline, the magnificent Chateau Frontenac. With its dramatic copper roofs and soaring, turreted silhouette perched high on Cap Diamant, it is proudly crowned the most photographed hotel on the planet. Step inside, and you can instantly feel the echoes of wealthy 19th century railway travelers who once graced these lavish hallways. But before the sun dips below the horizon, we drive just 15 minutes outside the city to witness raw, thundering power. Montmorency Falls. Watch in awe as a colossal wall of water plunges a staggering 83 meters into the basin below. That is 30 meters higher than Niagara. Feel the cold, heavy mist soaking your skin as you walk across the suspended bridge directly over the roaring abyss. Now, pack your bags and dry off. We slide into our seats on a sleek, eco-friendly train from Quebec City, watching the quiet countryside blur past our window as we chase the St. Lawrence River southwest. Step off the platform, and you're instantly wrapped in a vibrant, electric energy. Welcome to Montreal. A dynamic island metropolis where Europe's romantic soul crashes head-on into North American ambition. Listen, those are the majestic bells of the iconic Notre-Dame Basilica. Let's head inside and let your jaw drop. You are surrounded by a breathtaking, deeply spiritual sanctuary of deep, mystical blues and intricate, glowing gold leaf. It is an artistic masterpiece that literally leaves you breathless. But the heartbeat of this city is just a short stroll away at the vibrant Old Port. Breathe in the crisp river breeze, mixed with the sweet, rich aroma of fresh, wood-fired Montreal bagels. Wander past historic stone warehouses, now housing cutting-edge art galleries and tech startups. Right at the water's edge, the historic clock tower stands tall like a local Big Ben, while nearby, the giant observation wheel, La Grande Roue, spins slowly, offering spectacular views of the rushing river below. To wrap up this legendary stop, we make the climb up Mount Royal, the lush, volcanic hill that serves as the city's green lung, beautifully designed by the legendary Frederick Law Olmsted. As we wind our way through the cool shade of towering maples, the city noise completely fades away. We reach the spectacular Condiaronk Belvedere, and just look at that view. A breathtaking panorama of sleek, modern skyscrapers reflecting the afternoon sun, the mighty St. Lawrence River carving through the landscape, and the endless horizon calling us further west. This is the magic of Montreal. But my friends, our epic trans-Canadian adventure is just getting started. Because further down the tracks, a towering glass giant is waiting to show us what it truly means to touch the sky. We climb back onto the steel tracks, letting the rhythmic hum of the train carry us further southwest, leaving Montreal's European charm behind. Out of the misty horizon, a colossal, hyper-modern silhouette begins to pierce the clouds. Welcome to Toronto. Canada's pulsing heartbeat, a soaring glass and steel giant perched on the edge of Lake Ontario. First stop, look up, way up. The skyline is dominated by the legendary CN Tower, reaching over 550 meters into the sky. We're not just taking the high-speed glass elevator to the top. Oh no, we are stepping outside, literally. Strap into a safety harness for the spine-chilling edge walk, walking hands-free over the absolute brink with nothing but the howling wind and a dizzying drop beneath your feet. It's an instant, heart-hammering rush, offering a breathtaking panoramic view that, on a clear day, stretches all the way to Niagara Falls. But the true soul of Toronto lies back on the pavement, in its legendary, living cultural mosaic. Here, over 140 languages flow through the neighborhoods like a global symphony. Walk with me into Kensington Market, where the air is thick with the rich scent of Caribbean spices, aged European cheeses, and fresh roasting coffee. Just blocks away, the vibrant colors and sizzling walks of Chinatown pull us in, showcasing waves of global history in every steaming plate of handmade dumplings. Little Italy, Koreatown, Greektown. It's an incredible world tour in a single afternoon. Yet, just when the urban energy peaks, we take a quick detour to escape the concrete. But hold on, my friends. Before we make that massive leap to the Wild West, there is one legendary, raw force of nature right on Toronto's doorstep that we absolutely cannot bypass. We grab our car keys, head south along the sweeping banks of Lake Ontario, and within a couple of hours, the air begins to change. Then, there it is, Niagara Falls. Specifically, the Canadian crown jewel, Horseshoe Falls. Nothing can prepare you for the staggering scale of this geological monster. Imagine a massive 790-meter crescent of roaring emerald water suddenly vanishing into the abyss. Every single minute, a mind-blowing 168,000 cubic meters of water crashes over the edge. It is brute force in its purest form. The mist rises like a wall of rain, catching the sunlight to paint blinding Technicolor rainbows. But looking from the safety handrails is only half the adventure. Let's get down into the thick of it. We zip up our ponchos and step onto the iconic Hornblower Cruise. The engines roar as we push straight into the churning, boiling rapids at the base of the gorge. The air grows cold. The spray turns into a blinding, torrential downpour, and suddenly, we are sitting right in the shadow of the giant. Looking up, watching millions of gallons of water hurtling toward us, the sheer adrenaline is unmatched. You are dripping wet, screaming over the thunder, feeling beautifully, wonderfully small. To recover, we head up. Way up. We scale the Skylon Tower, soaring over 230 meters above the roaring canyon. Up here, the chaos falls silent, replaced by a spectacular 360-degree panorama. You can trace the winding path of the Niagara River, look right into the United States, and on a clear day, see all the way back to the Toronto skyline. With our hearts pounding and the mist still wet on our skin, we dry off from the thundering mist of Niagara, jump back into our car, and point our compass due north. We are heading deep into the rugged heart of Ontario, to a place that is the absolute, pure essence of the Canadian wilderness. Welcome to Algonquin Provincial Park. Established in 1893, this is Canada's oldest provincial park, a colossal 7,653 square kilometer sanctuary of untouched nature. It is raw, it is untamed, yet beautifully accessible. A place where wolves howl into the star-swept night skies, and the chaos of the modern world simply melts away. To truly feel Algonquin's soul, though, we have to get off the road and onto the water. Over 2,400 pristine lakes are scattered across these vast northern forests like glittering jewels. We push off from the shoreline in a classic canoe, our paddles slicing silently through water as clear as glass. There is no engine noise here, only the rhythmic dip of the wood, the soft ripple of the wake, and the deep, sacred silence of historic water routes navigated by First Nations peoples for centuries. Breathe in that crisp autumn air, my friends, because we are packing up our gear and getting ready for our biggest transition yet. We catch a domestic flight from Toronto, landing in Calgary. And the moment we step off the plane, we can feel the shift. Welcome to Banff National Park. Established in 1885, this is Canada's oldest wild sanctuary, a UNESCO World Heritage Marvel of over 6,000 square kilometers. The air here is instantly different, crisp, cold, and thick with the rich scent of wild pine and glacial rivers. Our first stop is the crown jewel, Lake Louise. Standing on its shores at sunrise, the silence is almost spiritual. The water isn't just blue, it's a surreal, glowing turquoise, painted by the milky rock flower of the towering Victoria Glacier. Touch it, and your fingers will instantly tingle from the bone-chilling glacial cold. Just down the road lies Moraine Lake, nestled in the Valley of the Ten Peaks, a place so beautifully raw, its vibrant color changes with the seasons, reflecting the massive mountain peaks like a perfect natural mirror. Before we leave this mountain paradise, we have to navigate Johnston Canyon. Here, engineered steel catwalks cling directly to sheer limestone cliffs, suspended right over the roaring, churning canyon waters below. Feel the deep canyon walls closing in as the river echoes through the gorge. The cold mist from the thundering lower falls kisses your face, a wild, icy reminder of the raw power carving this ancient landscape. But don't get too comfortable in this alpine sanctuary, because further north, along a highway carved through ice, lies a landscape of frozen bubbles, dark skies, and ghost-like celestial lights. We leave Banff behind, steering our tires onto the legendary Icefields Parkway, a 230-kilometer ribbon of asphalt cutting directly through soaring 3,000-meter peaks. Glaciers grip the jagged mountaintops, and the raw, untamed wilderness of the Rockies swallows us whole as we cross into Jasper National Park. This is Canada's largest mountain sanctuary, a vast, untouched expanse where grizzly bears, wolves, and caribou roam, and time seems to stand still. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoes through the pine forest. We step out, directly into the bone-chilling, icy mist of Athabasca Falls. Feel the ground tremble beneath your boots as the glacial river plunges 23 meters through a narrow limestone gorge with terrifying force. In the dead of winter, this thunderous fury freezes solid, transforming the canyon into a silent, frozen cathedral of surreal, glowing blue ice columns. To end our alpine journey, we steer east, chasing the freezing temperatures to the shores of the mysterious Abraham Lake. Born from the construction of the Bighorn Dam, this artificial mirror of water holds a secret. In the summer, it glows with a striking glacial turquoise, but winter is when the real magic happens. Step carefully onto the translucent, glass-like ice. Hear it crack and groan beneath your weight, and look down. Locked beneath the frozen surface are millions of frozen methane bubbles, trapped in layers like glowing white discs or ghostly jellyfish. It is a mesmerizing alien world, a beautiful mystery of science and nature captured in ice. But as we stand on this frozen, cracking mirror, a sudden warmth begins to pull us down the mountains, toward a sun-drenched valley where deserts bloom and monsters sleep beneath the deep. We leave the frozen, crackling ice of Abraham Lake behind, pointing our tires south, embarking on a dramatic descent into the warm heart of British Columbia. Welcome to the Okanagan Valley. A sun-drenched corridor receiving over 2,000 hours of sunshine a year. It feels almost impossible for Canada, but further south, near Osoyoos, lies the country's only true desert ecosystem. Look closely at the golden sagebrush. Beneath this scorched earth hides the rare Great Basin spadefoot toad, waiting to emerge only after a rare desert rain, while burrowing owls and rubber boas hunt in the dusty shadows. But as we steer our wheels north toward Kelowna, the arid sands miraculously give way to a lush, green oasis. This is the undisputed capital of Canadian wine. Smell the sweet, sun-baked soil. and the rich, sugary scent of ripening peaches, cherries, and grapes hanging heavy on the vines. With over 40 world-class wineries just minutes from the vibrant downtown, and right below us, stretching like a massive cobalt blue ribbon, is Okanagan Lake. We wander down to Kelowna's lively waterfront boardwalk, feeling the warm evening breeze kiss our skin. This 130-kilometer glacial giant holds ancient secrets of its own. But our journey is far from over. We are packing our bags and heading west, to where the ancient rainforest meets the wild Pacific Ocean, for our final, breathtaking goodbye. After thousands of miles crossing this beautiful colossus of a country, we've finally steered our rental car back west, rolling into the glittering glass and steel metropolis of Vancouver for one last unforgettable chapter before our flight home. The sprawling, 1,000-acre green heart of the city. Breathe in that deep, earthy scent of damp soil, moss, and ancient rain. Feel the cool Pacific breeze brushing your face as we walk beneath giant red cedars and towering Douglas firs that have stood guard here for centuries. But we can't say goodbye just yet without one final adventure. Just 15 minutes north, we step onto the legendary Capilano Suspension Bridge. Feel the wooden planks gently sway and creak beneath your boots. Hear the wild rush of water below. And look down, a dizzying 137 meters into the roaring, mist-shrouded canyon. Breathe in the cool, pine-scented air, completely suspended in the emerald canopy of the West Coast rainforest. It is pure, thrilling magic. As the evening sky turns a deep, fiery amber, we make our final drive to Vancouver International Airport. Sitting by the massive glass windows, watching the planes climb into the starry sky, it hits you. The sheer mind-boggling scale of what we've just experienced. From the thunderous, mist-soaked roar of Niagara to the emerald dance of the northern lights over silent, frozen lakes. Canada isn't just a destination, my friends. It's a feeling. A boundless tapestry of wild oceans, infinite forests, and warm, open hearts. If you enjoyed this massive journey across Canada, please do us a huge favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more epic adventures around the globe. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible ride. We've got a beautiful planet out there. So keep exploring, keep pushing your boundaries, and keep discovering the wonders of the world. But before you click away, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and tell me, which spot in Canada are you most excited to see in person? Or, if you've already been, what was your absolute favorite memory from your visit? And most importantly, what country should we explore for our next big documentary? Let me know in the comments. Thank you again, guys. Until our next great journey, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and happy travels.